It's the Blind Movie Reviewer!
Derek's here, our blind movie reviewer. You went to Casino Royale.
Casino Royale 2006. Now, this is the first book that Ian Fleming ever wrote in the James Bond series, but it was never made into a proper Bond film. It was made into a film back in 1967, but it was kind of a spoof, sort of like an Austin Powers film, where David Niven was Bond, and Woody Allen was Bond, and Orson Welles was in it, and a chimp was Bond, actually, in that one, too. So
You're kidding.
I'm serious.
So was it outdated?
Yeah, it was outdated. It wasn't a serious film, but this is a serious film.
New one.
You did a serious film?
A serious Bond film, like a serious film in the sense that it's pure James Bond, and it's a new James Bond. It's Daniel Craig, who's a blonde James Bond.
Chicks dig this guy, too, apparently.
He's a hunk.
My wife thinks he looks like Stockwell Day.
Yeah, a little
Your wife
bit.
has a thing for Stockwell.
No,
Day?
she just thinks he looks like him, that's all. And the Bond girl is Eva Green, who's she's an attractive girl, as I discovered afterwards. I only assumed during the film because she has a kind of a hot voice, but as I always do, I go to the internet and check the people out afterwards. So basically, the long and the short of
I'm
this,
just thinking of how creepy that looks because he puts his eye right up to the screen.
Yeah.
it's in the confines of my own room. I can do whatever I want.
Oh, my God. Look at that woman's privates.
Doesn't make it sound
Derek,
any
that's
better.
a motorcycle.
Sounds bad.
So I'd like to just sort of highlight that it's called Casino Royale 2006, and I think the Cino part is actually quite telling of this film because as much the basis of the film is that James Bond's up against this Le Chiffre, who's a financier for terrorists, and basically it comes down to one poker game, and if the Le Chiffre wins, hundreds of millions of dollars go towards terrorists, and if Bond wins, then righteousness prevails. So two parts of this film that I found really hard. First, watching it, but the first one actually is the main part of this film is a poker game. And, I don't know a lot about poker to start with. And I have tried to play poker before with my friends. But they're very patient with me.
You would be the worst guy to play poker with.
Well, because...
In a hole in his big blind.
Well, it's the thing. Like... but the only advantage I have
big
is...
blind, Derek. You're big blind. Yeah, I have been for years, okay?
Poker.
Okay, none of the jokes. Okay, you're small blind. Okay, now with the wiener jokes.
And I'll go, Tim, is this a good hand? He's like, yeah, put all your money down.
You can't ask other people when you're playing poker.
Can't? Well, that's
Even I know that.
Yeah.
Did you actually bring cards?
I brought cards.
For what?
Sound effects.
Oh.
Just gets me into the mood.
Okay.
So in the film, it's just sort of like they're sitting down at the table. Okay, I've got it that they're at the poker table, and you hear, gentlemen, lows are high, highs are low. Watch for the red queens. Begin the game. Let's go. And then it's like 20 minutes of silence.
Oh, because they're just looking at the cards.
Yeah, and it's just like close-ups, and I can hear. And I was in a full packed theater. So I was only getting kind of the reaction of the people. They're like, oh, what happened? Go fish.
Go fish.
So, I got that it was tense and everything like that, but it just, A, the fact that I don't really know how to play poker, and B, the fact that I couldn't see it, it was lost on me a little bit as to how he won or what tricks he played or whatever. And the other thing is that the bad guy, when he gets nervous, he bleeds out of his eye. And so everybody...
That's weird.
Yeah.
Is Jesus in this movie?
He had this
Is that what happened at the card table or something?
Yeah, a couple of times. So they thought he was bluffing or whatever when his blood started coming out of his eye.
Interesting.
But so that was the one part. And the other part that I have a hard time with in most films like this are those chase scenes. And in Bond films, there's a lot of chase scenes. And... I don't know what's going on. Again, the crowded theater's going, oh, and there's occasional gunshot and stuff like that. But for me, it's all I hear, and I think this is great. You just hear the people going, hey, move it, buddy. Hey, watch where you're going. And then the first chase scene was in Uganda, and it's like, hey,
That's it, eh?
But that's all I got until the end. But I think these guys should get an Oscar. These guys.
Why?
Well, because it's so real. It's like when I walk down Yonge Street.
Oh.
It's like, hey! away! Watch out! My baby! So ultimately, I know it's a great movie because I know everyone else enjoyed it. For a blind guy, it's not so much. And to quote one of the people I bumped into on Yonge Street today,
Literally.
watch it! I'm going to give this one 3 blurries out of 5, and that's the way I see it.
It's the Blind Movie Reviewer.
Well done. Yet again.
Good job, Derek.
That was my favorite one. Okay, I like that one. No, I'm serious.
Move it away! Because I brought cards.
So funny.
No, because you're blind and it's always funny.
So funny.
The baby.